Alright, how's everybody doing this evening? I apologize for the lighting, but I just finished up the Chrome review today, and I literally just finished flashing a new ROM on my Nexus 4 and letting it charge up and setting up my apps. So right here, I'll just show you guys. I'm not dive too deep, but I just flashed the PureNexus ROM for the Nexus 4, and this is also based on Android 6.0.1, but I'm not going to dive too deep in this. I'll save that for the review. But first, like I did with the Chrome teaser, just going to show y'all all my stuff is set up, but I just want to walk y'all through how to flash this. So, like I said in the previous video, you're gonna download the ROM and the G apps, and to do this, you need to have root and you need to have a custom recovery installed. I'll provide links onto how to do all of that in the video description, along with the files you need. Once you've obtained root, you're going to get into your custom recovery that you flashed. Right here, I'm going to just do this the quick way and just do it in software because it's built into this ROM. But to do it the manual way, you power off, you hold down volume down and press power. It's going to boot you into bootloader mode. Then you press volume up till you get to recovery and press power to boot into recovery. Also, you're going to need an unlocked bootloader, and you can see right there my bootloader is unlocked, and I do have a custom recovery installed. Now, you're going to need a properly working USB cable and either a Windows or a Mac computer. First thing you want to do after you have your custom recovery installed, you want to power off your, actually you can leave your device on. Download the necessary files to your computer. Then you take your USB cable and transfer the files to the internal on your device. And when I say internal, you're going to put them on a spot on your device that won't get wiped when you flash. So mine is in the partition called SD card and downloads. This partition doesn't get doesn't get wiped when I do a wipe and a wipe factory backup, a wipe factory restore. This partition doesn't get wiped. You need to put it on the internal of your device. You need to put the ROM and the G apps. So right there you can see I have the PureNexus ROM for the Mako, which is the Nexus 4, and then I have the PureNexus G apps. And you need the 6.0 ones, otherwise it's not going to work right. So you put that on the internal of your device. Then you're going to go to, after you got everything you need, the next step, because we're going to do this in order of how you would do it, is you want to make sure you do a backup of your device. This way, if anything happens, you can come back in here and do a restore. Now, I have a backup already of the stock ROM set up exactly how I would like it, and that's pretty much the only backup that I have, as you can see there. So if anything happens, I can always restore back to this point. That's very important, because if you make a mistake, you always want to be able to recover your device. Now that you've done those two things, the next thing you're going to do is come up here to wipe. And the best way that I found to do this, so you don't incur any mistakes, is you're going to go advanced. You're going to wipe the Dalvik. You're going to wipe the system. You're going to wipe the data. You're not going to wipe the internal storage. That's very important. If you wipe the internal storage by mistake, you just wiped off everything. You're going to have to find a way to get your system back up and running. Now, as I said, if you use the Nexus Root Toolkit, that is possible, but there's a lot of steps to go through. So just remember, don't wipe internal storage. You want to wipe Dalvik, you want to wipe system, you want to wipe data, and you want to wipe cache. Then you're going to swipe to wipe. It's going to take a few seconds, depending on how much data is on your device. And then you're going to hit back. And just to make sure everything's cleared out, I also do a swipe to do a factory reset. So that's going to just wipe everything again, then everything's going to be clear. Then you're going to come back in here to installs. You're going to find the ROM, which in our case is the PureNexus ROM. You're going to click on that, and it's going to have a section where it says add more zips. You're going to click on that. You're going to add the GApps. Then you're going to swipe across to flash. The overall flash should take probably not more than 15 minutes. Mine was actually pretty quick. I actually started my flash at 36%, and when I was done, my battery was down to 30, and the system was booting up. And once it's done flashing, you're going to do reboot system now. When I got to that point, my battery was at 30%. Now, when your system boots up, it's going to take a while. It could take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes because it's booting up as if it's a brand new device. That's important. You want to keep that in mind. So, once you do that, let me just back up and back up again. Once you do that, matter of fact, let me just check something real quick here. Alright, because I thought I made this folder, but I did not see it. Just saw it again. Yeah, I was trying to get a little bit more organized. But once you do that, you're going to hit reboot system now. And your system is going to boot up. So we're going to just let that boot up. And remember, it could take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes via first boot. So just leave your device alone and let it boot up. And as you can see right now, we're booting into the PureNexus ROM. So I'm going to just let that boot up. So pretty much that's all I wanted to cover on this little teaser here. I'm going to take some time now and start reviewing this ROM, the PureNexus ROM, and my review should be out in probably a week, maybe a week and a half. Now, let me go over the stuff I'll be covering in the review. This is why I was able to do the last review of the Chroma ROM so quickly. When it comes to reviewing these ROMs, there's only key things that I want to discuss. Number one is the overall features of the ROM. You know, what customizations do you have? Number two is the overall performance and smoothness of the ROM. Number three is does everything work like it's supposed to? So does your Wi-Fi work? Does your data work? Does your GPS work? All that good stuff. Did it mess up? Is there a bug? Does your receiver not work? Does your receiver work? Camera work good? All of that. And last but not least, and most importantly, the battery life. Does it make your battery life better or worse, or does it stay the same? That's the key things that I'll be covering when I do these ROM reviews. And actually, yeah, I got a few more ROMs lined up after this. But if y'all have any ROMs that y'all want me to take a look at for this particular device, leave them down in the comments, and I will get to them in due time. So, with that being said, because I still have to go and log into all my stuff, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. As always, if you enjoyed the raw, uncut content, please give this video a thumbs up. That really does help your boy out. If you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, please hit the subscribe button down below. And as always, if you know anybody looking for some quality devices at some really great prices, please share with them my channel, because I'm doing this for everybody, because we all deserve the best. And remember guys, all links to everything you would need to get your device set up like this, running this ROM, will be down in the video description. Well, that about does it. I'm going to go ahead and bring this video to a close. I hope you guys have a nice evening, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.